Hello, Columba friends. Now that we can finally begin to look ahead, to imagine life beyond the pandemic, I want to pause and give thanks for some works of love that went on during our COVID crisis. One of the resources that helps drive our mission to live God's love is the church kitchen, where I'm sitting today. The kitchen is often the room in a house where hosts and guests feel most at ease with one another. And mealtimes were a favorite occasion for Jesus to embody God's hospitality, insisting we see that in God's realm all are welcome and there are no outsiders. Until the pandemic closed our buildings last year, the kitchen has been the starting place for every Sunday coffee hour, enabling us to visit and to welcome newcomers. And on weekdays, this kitchen is where volunteers from the water ministry have prepared nutritious hot meals for the guests who join us for food and community, along with showers and laundry. For over 30 years, this has been St. Columba's largest ministry of outreach to our neighbors who live without stable sources of shelter and food. When the pandemic made human contact risky, this work, along with so many aspects of church life, had to be curtailed. Like most church kitchens, this one has been mostly dormant for the past 14 months, and as many service organizations had to scale back their activities, a lot of us have been worried about how people at risk of homelessness and hunger would remain safe. One of the unexpected blessings of the past year is that in spite of the closure of our buildings and the challenges of direct person-to-person engagement, St. Columba's has ventured beyond these walls to offer God's hospitality in ways that are making a difference, and parishioners of all ages have gotten involved. Lunch makers have prepared bags of sandwiches and snacks to be distributed 2 days each week by Friendship Place, the agency near us on Wisconsin Avenue, serving those who experience homelessness. Our Great Patrol team has continued providing over 100 meals for monthly distribution by the Salvation Army to unsheltered neighbors in downtown DC. And this past winter, they also gave out face masks made or donated by parishioners. Our Loaves and Fishes team has fixed and delivered over 100 boxed lunches one Saturday every month for people in need in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood, never missing a turn throughout the pandemic. With our partner organization, Housing Up, we created a relief fund to help vulnerable families pay for groceries, heat, and rent, and prepared holiday boxes overflowing with food. Parish volunteers began serving as online tutors for youth residing with Housing Up who are enrolled in DC public schools. Our prison ministry working group has continued reaching out to help returning citizens meet the challenges of rejoining community life. Our Refugee Response ministry has stayed in relationship with the Afghan family we sponsored to relocate in the United States, offering friendship and support as the family continues to become independent. Our Stirring the Waters group and Anti-Racism Task Force are engaging the parish in the essential work of education and action to confront racial injustice. Through our Pen Pal project, we're writing letters to seniors who have become more socially isolated during the pandemic. And as a reminder that God's hospitality includes creation, the St. Columba's Environment Committee participated in a cleanup of a wooded area in a neglected neighborhood. In the weeks and months ahead, this kitchen will be humming with activity again as we share God's hospitality in this place and continue engaging with our hearts, hands, and feet to make God's love and justice known and felt in all places. If God can work through us even in the midst of the challenges of COVID, imagine what ministry beyond the pandemic holds in store for this community and for all God's people. And thanks be to God.